Was not Paul an extremist for the gospel of Jesus Christ? / I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Jesus. / Your truth will increase as you listen to the truth of others. Power at its best is love implementing the demand of justice. Let us say boldly that if the total slum violations of law by the white man over the years were calculated and compared with the law-breaking of a few days of riots, the hardened criminal would be the white man. Babies, we are told, are the latest news from heaven. Nonviolence is not sterile passivity, but a powerful moral force which makes for social transformation. It is love that will save our world and our civilization. The method of nonviolence seeks not to humiliate and not to defeat the oppressor, but it seeks to win his friendship and his understanding. And thereby and therefore the aftermath of this method is reconciliation. Individuals may see the moral light and voluntarily give up their unjust posture, but, as Reinhold Niebuhr has reminded us, groups are more immoral than individuals. Perhaps the worst sin in life is knowing right and not doing it. Justice is love correcting that which revolts against love. The best way to solve any problem is to remove its cause. Now is the time to lift our national policy from the quicksand of racial injustice to the solid rock of human dignity. The surest way to be happy is to seek happiness for others. But by all means, keep moving. Violence ends up defeating itself. It creates bitterness in the survivors and brutality in the destroyers. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. The bombs in Vietnam explode at home. They destroy the hopes and possibilities for a decent America. Be an artist at whatever you do. Even if you are a street sweeper, be the Michelangelo of street sweepers. The supreme task is to organize and unite people so that their anger becomes a transforming force. Many men cry peace, peace, but they refuse to do the things that make for peace. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. As my sufferings mounted, I soon realized that there were two ways in which I could respond to my situation, either to react with bitterness or seek to transform the suffering into a creative force. I decided to follow the latter course. I just want to do God's will. Hate begets hate. Violence begets violence. Toughness begets a greater toughness. We must meet the forces of hate with the power of love. Moral principles have lost their distinctiveness. For modern man, absolute right and absolute wrong are a matter of what the majority is doing. Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the struggle for equal rights. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The beauty of genuine brotherhood and peace is more precious than diamonds or silver or gold. A lie cannot live. 10 cures for depression are to go out and do something for someone else and repeat it 9 times. We should never forget that everything Adolf Hitler did in Germany was /legal/ and everything the Hungarian freedom fighters did in Hungary was /illegal. It was /illegal/ to aid and comfort a Jew in Hitler's Germany. There is something about love that builds up and is creative. There is something about hate that tears down and is destructive. So love your enemies. Without hard work, time itself becomes an ally of the primitive forces of social stagnation. So we must help time and realize that the time is always ripe to do right. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. I have decided to love. If you are seeking the highest good, I think you can find it through love. God is love. It is not possible to be in favor of justice for some people and not be in favor of justice for all people. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. The ultimate weakness of violence is that it is a descending spiral, begetting the very thing it seeks to destroy. Instead of diminishing evil, it multiplies it. I have an ultimate faith in America and an audacious faith in mankind. History will have to record that the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition was not the strident clamor of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. Why should there be hunger and deprivation in any land, in any city, at any table, when man has the resources and the scientific know-how to provide all mankind with the basic necessities of life? There is no deficit in human resources. The deficit is in human will. We are called to speak for the weak, for the voiceless, for the victims of our nation, and for those it calls enemy. For no document from human hands can make these humans any less our brothers and sisters. An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. The strong man is the man who can stand up for his rights and not hit back. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. Knowledge is a process of piling up facts. Wisdom lies in their simplification. Be a thermostat, not a thermometer. One day we will learn that the heart can never be totally right when the head is totally wrong. History is the long and tragic story of the fact that privileged groups seldom give up their privileges voluntarily. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. Was not Jesus an extremist in love? Love your enemies, bless them that curse you, pray for them that despitefully use you. Mass civil disobedience can use rage as a constructive and creative force. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. There is nothing more tragic in all the world than to know right and not to do it. There is a type of constructive nonviolent tension that is necessary for growth. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. People with good intentions but limited understanding are more dangerous than people with total ill will.